I just want to say it's good to have good feelings in my life again. I mean, I've been having a pretty rough time, but everything is starting to turn out a lot more better. I recently made 2 more videos. One where I whisper in Spanish, and another one where I just make up some story. If you're interested in that, if you haven't seen. I want to thank the people who stayed with me up till now, asking me when I'm coming back, and well, I really appreciate that attention and that you still wanted to hear me. The changes in my life have been drastic, but like I said before, they're beginning to deplete and become more better. When I started to come back to the community again and building my motivation to whisper again, there was a person who sent me a message, and we began talking for a while, and he kind of inspired me. And he used to have a whisper channel, and I want to say thank you to I believe his name was Wolfie Whisper. And if you're listening to this, I just want to say thank you, because you really did put something back into my life with a huge amount of inspiration. He also plays the piano, and his music is so wonderful. He can play by sound. It is so beautiful. His old channel is not up anymore, but I know he has another channel, but I can't quite think of it right now. But I do want to say thank you to Wolfie Whisper. If I said that right or not, I'm sorry. But I have been noticing a lot of whispers that I've never noticed before, and one of them, he just went to my top 5 favorites now, and I just can't believe I missed him. He's such a really good whisperer. His voice is so amazing. It's so soothing. And if you haven't checked him out yet, his name is Kiwi Whispers. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. It's Kiwi Whispers. It's such an amazing voice he has, and one of the best parts he has is that, well, he's from New Zealand, and he does panning effects on his video. Really good quality, very, very nice. I would suggest you to go check out his channel. That's Kiwi Whispers. It's so amazing. I mean, every time I listen to his videos, it's like I get automatic the tingles in the back of your head. So, oh my goodness, it's hard to describe it. It feels wonderful every single time. Let me see. There was some more whispers. One that got my interest was Whisper Tutorials. He does tutorials on pretty much whatever I was going to ask him or send him a message about a tutorial on something, but I'd forgotten what I was going to ask him. But he did a couple of videos, and they were really interesting to watch. He's fairly new, or I don't know, I can't really tell, but he did a whisper video on some video game, and I thought that was really interesting. I believe it was Time Crisis. I'm not sure about that so far, but yeah, he's a pretty interesting whisperer. You should go check him out. I thought that was very interesting how he does his way, and he shows his face too, so he's a really good person. Another person would be Lydia Whispers. She has a pretty decent voice. She's also a new whisperer. I would suggest you go check her out. Very soothing. And she did one of my requests, which I hardly ever ask anyone to do requests. She read off Alice in Wonderland, and that was really amazing. She did from my favorite chapter, from the Mad Tea part. The Mad Tea Party. Oh my goodness. And that's one of my favorite books from a child. I like stuff like that. If you ever do watch any of my videos, I tend to put the bizarre in some of my stories, and I like the bizarre things things that look beautiful and have no logic. It's just amazing. It's almost like looking into a Picasso painting, something like that. But anyways, another whisper that I found interesting was a Whisper Insomniac, and she had some pretty soothing whispering videos, and I thought that was really interesting. Yeah, go check her out and subscribe to her. Subscribe to all of them. They're wonderful whispers, and I would really want you guys to go listen to them. I know there's a lot more, and I'm sorry for not getting to them or to you guys, but I'm not saying that you guys are not great. I just can't think of your names right now. But yeah, go check them out. Subscribe. They're wonderful. Let me see. As of now, I'm been thinking of new ideas as usual. And I will probably be making another story, random thought that would just come to my mind. I'm not sure what, but sometimes they just pop in my head, sometimes they just leave, but I tried to write them down. I took the suggestion from people, and of course my own suggestion to actually keep a notebook or something nearby if I get a good idea, which is needless to say because everyone should do that if they have creative thoughts, you know what I mean. I've been getting a lot of ideas on stories and such, but most likely when I get the idea right then, I want to put it on a whisper video right then because it sounds so inspiring and motivating to say it out loud and freestyle with my mind. That's usually what I do. It can be anything that gets my interest, such as if I look at a tree, I go walk in the park, I listen to a certain song, something small or something big that can inspire me to think of something bizarre and creative. It's like as though if I was in Wonderland myself every single day of my life in my mind sometimes, which I wish I was because that would be so interesting. Sometimes I get inspired by pictures, like from my one video, The Choice of Exile. I think that was my 5th video. On that video, I thought of the story when I first found the picture on the internet. I was like, oh, that's really, really beautiful, and there's a story in there somewhere. And when I ended up saving it, I was just like, everything just came to mind, and I just started whispering it. But yeah, usually it's just a sudden spark of inspiration from any little thing that can get me going, and that's something I really don't want to leave, and I want to develop even more in the future. Let's see, anything new in my life? Well, I recently bought a new car. It's a Toyota Corolla 2011 Sports Edition. It's decent, gives me good gas mileage and everything, and I think it's a reliable car, and I got a pretty good deal on it, and I like the smooth ride that it takes me on to work and on little trips here and there. It's really, really good car. I think it's very dependable, and especially now when we try to save money, of course. Money is a hard thing to come by sometimes, for people looking for jobs and all that, and just we need to save and save, you know. As for anything else, I've been just downloading movies, downloading more songs to get inspired. Even a movie can inspire me sometimes, from a really cute story to a very dark story to a very funny story. It can be any type of movie, sometimes any type of genre that can spark a certain creative thought. And I hope for most of you that are whispers that listen to me too, that you find your inspiration and motivation somewhere within something so you can keep going on, because I've seen a lot of people that I subscribe to that have just canceled their channel, and I found that really sad because some of them I used to listen to, and I realized that some of them actually made videos for me, and I was feel like I just let them down because I haven't been coming back during that time. And when I finally did, well, they just moved on. But we have to deal with what we have right now and move on ourselves as well. We can't do everything in life, we can only try. Also, I did have a relationship going on recently, but it didn't work out. It was during the times when I was out, in the months when I didn't make videos. I guess I felt the need to have an affection or someone to love. Well, like I said in one of my videos, you get that 15 minutes of embrace, and then if it's not true, then it goes away sometimes, but you feel really bad because you felt like that person appreciated you for somebody that you loved. But that's just another story. Anyways, it didn't work out, and we ended up parting up respectfully, honestly, which was good, because it only lasted for about a month, and but in my heart a little bit, sometimes it felt like it was a longer month than that. But at least it didn't get any deeper than it was, because if it did, then I'm pretty sure I would have been more emotional, or he would have been more emotional, or anyways, it doesn't matter anymore, because we still talk as friends and we move on. And right now I'm just making friends in my area that are more like me, so there's always room for more friends, right? Anyways, sorry, I'm just rambling right now, but that's just how I am right now. Well, there was well, I also moved once again to a different part in my area because the landlord sold the property that we were renting, and we had 30 days to move out. So yeah, so much things have been going on for the past 5 months. It's been insane, but I've been keeping strong, and keeping things together and knowing that nothing is lost. I can go on and I can move on and be stronger than before, because depending on who you are and how you take things, you determine what you do the next day. Whether you're still emotional the next day or you're not, when you know to grow up and to learn that life is not fair and you gotta go on. Get yourself up and just move on. I know there's some parts in life that just suck, but oh well. That's just life, right? Anyways, what else is there? I had so much to say, and sometimes it just doesn't come to my head. It's weird, I've been downloading a lot of piano music, classical music, and just relaxing music. And sometimes I listen to it on my walks around the neighborhood, and I get inspired sometimes, and I do write down my stuff now because I do have a notebook, and I just feel so good about myself when I think of something that's not there, but it is there in my mind, and I just want to make it come to life. That's the best part. And I share it with you guys as much as I can, because I want you guys to know what it is I thought of, what it is I feel. I mean, I know you probably don't feel the same way I do when I say a story, but that's okay, because everyone feels different. It's kind of like when you watch a movie and you read the book. There's two different feelings. Like if you read the book of a certain thing before it became a movie, and then you watch the movie and you realize it doesn't turn out the same way, and how you felt when you read the book. Because sometimes when you read the book, it has a lot more detail than what it does on the movie, because they try to cut it into 2 hours or an hour and a half, and they cut out a lot of detail and stuff that are probably important. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry if there's noise in the background. Yeah, a couple of cars pass by my apartment sometimes, so yeah, I'm sorry about that. as two different things because there's two different people that do it. I'm sure they speak to the author or whatever and how they want things done, but then it comes down to the director and the editor and how they want to distribute things in the movie to make it more believable or more action-packed or whatever. That's what the change is between that and the book. But yeah, anyways, what we try to look for is more inspiration and motivation to know that we can get up in the morning and say, hey, I can do it. Or you get to that point in life where you say, hey, I don't want nothing more. Uh-oh. I think I hear something coming by. I'm not sure if you can hear that ambulance in the background. I'm really sorry about that. Oh boy. Yeah, so we tried to find our way in life. We tried to find out who we are and what we're doing. And sometimes I question myself, but you know what? We shouldn't think so deep about it because when you do that, you limit too many options. You start thinking too much and you start worrying that the world will probably explode on you. But then again, that's a thought that most people have sometimes because they can't conquer their own fears. And I'm not blaming you for that. Because everyone has the right to fear because we're only human. All those emotional feelings that get mixed up. But yeah, that comes to a different thing. On my next videos, I'm not sure what I'm planning to do. I might make another story, or I don't think I'm going to ramble again like I'm doing right now. But, or maybe I'll probably whisper in Spanish since I've gotten so many messages saying whisper in Spanish, whisper in Spanish. That's all they want to hear. I might do a second verse of my Spanish relaxation like I did in my other video, which I'm surprised that it got so many views. I'm still blown away up to this point now. I just can't believe it. But people really liked that video, even though I didn't speak the best of Spanish, because I got a lot of criticism from that, which I find funny, but that's okay. I can take criticism fine. I have so much patience. I'm probably one of the most patient people in the world. Well, one of them. But, yes, I've been trolled on a couple of times, but that doesn't bother me because that doesn't really stop me. But I might take the liberty to making another Spanish relaxation video and see how that goes again. And try it a different angle because when I did that video for Spanish relaxation, it was, if you guys didn't know what it was about me telling you to close your eyes and go into your mind and pretty much go into a dream and pretty much being surrounded by some trees and you plucking some apples off a tree and biting into it. I was describing in detail that when you bit into it, the water was running down the side of your mouth and all this stuff, pretty much details. But you were in a peaceful area where you felt safe and relaxed. But of course it sounded much better in Spanish. That's what people told me. So I might do something like that again. Maybe not the same kind of dream type of deal, but something else. But yeah. I'm gonna let you guys go, and I'm so happy that some of you guys still listen to me, and I thank you so much for keeping up with me up to this point. I really, really thank you so much. I'll try and get up my next video as soon as I can. This weekend's gonna be kind of busy, but I will see by next week